Hi guys, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction here on Dedicated to Art. I'm your host, as usual, Kees Cornelissen, joined by Chris Doman for the other semifinal of the singles tournament. Clarke Wolfe versus Marc Andreyko. Winner will face Ethan Erwin. Now, I once really liked both of these competitors. Then they made the decision to join a certain stable. I will take all the shit thrown my way. Yes, I've hinted at this before. I've not really flat out said it, but yeah, I don't like the Fyffe Club. It's just something, I prefer heels over faces. There are people who like faces. I don't. I've never liked how Emma Fyffe runs this, what her personality is, like claiming she's the best and she's a face and whatnot. I don't want that. I want Tom Dagnino to win Manager of the Year. I want Tom Dagnino to be the commissioner, or Christian Harloff. I want Ethan Erwin to win the next match. So regardless of who wins this, I don't care. Chris, why am I wrong?
Boy, you are wrong and then some, my friend. I mean, look, that's fine if you like the bad guys, but just remember, in pretty much every movie ever, what happens? The bad guys eventually lose. So, essentially, you endorse loser behavior because maybe you just don't want the win.
Who is the current singles champion? John Roca, a heel.
Former heel.
Still heelish.
Anti-hero.
Who will? Okay, anti-hero. I can agree on that, but he's not a face. He's not completely heel. But anyway, who will be the team champion at Spectacular? Ben Bateman and Mark Riley. Ben, who's definitely a heel. Tom Dagnino, who is definitely a heel, and Riley, who's turning around. At least I really hope so, because it would be way better. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just like the heel personas more usually. I'm just a
it's
more
because they're more fascinating. They have better personality.
Yeah, they're more fun to watch. I like Mike Kalinowski. He's going to be the Inner Geekdom champion. I like Ken Knapsack, who has a good shot at the Star Wars belt. I don't care.
Let's roll.
I just like the heels. Roll. Okay, we are going to watch this match in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, that works.
And I don't care. I still don't care about faces.
Coconut?
So that means you don't care about Christian Harloff.
Mr. Harloff, Polly G, attorney at law.
Okay, what'd I do?
Well, nothing yet, but I hear that you are competing for commissioner status. Congrats.
Well, that's what they tell me. I don't know if it's being granted yet.
Well, my client, Mr. Kalinowski, and I are keeping very close watch on this. We have a vested interest.
And you have a nice vest as well, too. It's smooth. I like it. You should teach people how to dress around here.
Eyes are on you, Harloff.
Okay.
Very different league than it was a few years ago.
That was amazing.
Christian, I love you.
We both do.
The thing I might miss about this tournament is this intro. I'm gonna miss this intro.
Ellison, Ethan
really
Erwin,
good intro.
Dan Murrell,
Or promo.
Stacey Howard, Andreyko McWeeny.
Guys,
and
do me a
the
favor.
boss,
Let me know in the
Clarke
comments
Wolfe.
who
The
came up with this
singles
intro.
tournament begins.
Please.
The winner of that entire tournament.
I think Brian
faces
Ward had
John
something.
the Outlaw Roca at the
I feel like
Spectacular.
Alex might have done this. Or RB3. Probably
Either way,
What a
whoever
battle
did it, if you're watching, you're great.
You had that managers bowl thing with Tom and Jay, and I was thinking I would like to participate in that match. I know that you love contracts, so I just happen to have one here.
Okay, I mean, everything's signed. You're in.
Winning the first manager ball.
I will say, best reaction ever. You're a buffoon.
So Emma Fyffe is your winner, and can we?
Yes.
Come on out, Emma Fyffe's first competitor. What?
That genuinely surprised me when I saw that live.
We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month that's not really going to work for us.
Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing
No. We want to join you now.
That's amazing.
So, as you know,
That still
I
cracks
have
me
this
up.
#1 contender spot to give to someone in our faction, and I've been sitting on the decision for a while. I've really been thinking about it, and I've made my decision, and I really want to offer it to you.
Don't you think that maybe we should save it for the teams? Like,
You know you guys are gonna get there.
all right.
You let me know who you want to take on, and I will formally issue the challenge. We'd like you to have the opportunity to take her on in a match for a potential shot at Sam Levine.
Absolutely. Pens are down. Clarke will start with
James Eugene Carey.
That is correct. Jim Carrey. Mike.
Congratulations, Dustin Hoffman.
That was also a great match.
She gives it to Clarke.
Why
Wolfe.
did I
Clarke Wolfe
forget
takes on
this
Kalinowski.
match
They have a
happened?
great match, and Clarke Wolfe wins it, and she earns her shot at the
Like
championship.
21 to 20. Like,
Because you don't pay attention
And
to the great
Ryan Reynolds,
competitors.
all voice cavemen in what? Animated
pay attention to
feature.
Mike.
Sam.
The Prudes.
Clarke.
You got it.
And your winner, and still
I missed this music. I miss Levine.
Done everything I wanted to do in the Schmoedown.
Okay.
There's only one logical step left, and that is to walk away.
Damn.
What's going to happen here is that Bibiani will play the winner of Andreyko and Erwin, and that will be our new champion. Marc Andreyko is 3-0 since joining the Fyffe Club. He took out Ben Bateman. He beat both Stacey Howard and Janine the Machine, and then he beat Ethan Erwin to earn his spot here today for the championship.
and your winner, William the Beast Bibiani.
The Shire Wolves are a dream matchup. Clarke Wolfe, who was the Rookie of the Year in 2016, Rachel Cushing, Rookie of the Year in 2017. They go on a run that could lead to the belt that they so desperately crave here today.
And your winners, and new movie trivia Schmoedown team champions of the world by way of knockout, the Shire Wolves.
Here in the movie trivia Schmoedown, we really have a good matchup to kick off this entire format.
Someone who's having a tremendous year in singles and in general this year, and that's the android Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko this year is 3-1.
And your winner, Marc the Android Andreyko.
If I do have to face Clarke, it's going to be a lot like this match. It's going to be two friends playing against each other in a fun, as affectionate as a competition can be. And if I win or she wins, it's a win for the Fyffe Club. It's a win.
Advancing to the next round, Classy Clarke Wolfe.
Ugh.
I have to out of obligation.
Because it's the greatest moment
It's a-
ever.
Yeah.
It really is.
This is the greatest show. What do you want me to say?
Is Clarke the favorite?
Yeah. She's 7-5, and
For the movie
he's
trivia
only
Schmoedown, the first half of the semifinals
6-3.
complete. Ethan Erwin heading to the finals to find out who he faces in this semifinal match for the Ultimate Schmoedown. Marc Andreyko against Clarke Wolfe. I'm Christian Harlow.
I thought you were going to say Mark Ellis, who's playing, and I was going to say it's Clarke Wolfe versus Marc Andreyko, and what a matchup it is. The winner greets Ethan Erwin, but Christian, I think they're not looking ahead at all because they know each other very,
The winner
very
faces
well.
Erwin. The loser faces Murrell.
Weaknesses.
I'd rather win
Yes,
this
they do.
match.
The Fyffe Club was
personally.
formed last year at the Spectacular to
And
where
then
Marc
the
Andreyko
winner
was
of
part
Murrell
the
versus
Lions
the
Den,
loser of
and
the
Fyffe was
yeah,
not a manager.
the winner of
And
Murrell
the
and
first person
the other
she
one
chose to
will
join
face
her stable was
the loser winner of
and
the next
Draco.
match.
A few months later, the Shire Wolves formed and they joined the Fyffe Club. And what a crew they have become. They have become very close. They study together. They train each other whenever there are big matches. When Clarke Wolfe fought for the title against Sam Levine, they had a study session. When Marc Andreyko fought for the title against Bibiani, they had a study session.
They steal buzzers from the studio sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. Rachel Cushing, the same. They were all there for each other when the Shire Wolves won the title. So this is a very close stable. Emma Fyffe took a big win here last week when
True
Clarke
statement,
Wolfe
guys.
beat Ben
True
Bateman,
statement.
once again beating Tom Dagnino, and I think eliminating him from the talk of Manager of the Year, because here's Clarke Wolfe, Marc Andreyko, the Fyffe Club going head to head. One of these two will get the Fyffe Club into the finals of the tournament.
Right, well, that's the good news, is that we know that we're going to get an incredible final in this tournament with Ethan versus whoever they play. But you look at the strengths and weaknesses, I do wonder if the team affiliation, if being in the same enclave, if you will, if they share the same strengths. So it's going to change the way you do a wheel strategy, where it's hard to know what your opponent's weaknesses are, because they may, in fact, be your weaknesses.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, though. You say that because they are friends, and I know they're going into this friendly, but they also like to win. They're both competitive.
They do.
And they both know what each other are not good at. So what's the strategy going to be like? Because that's
It'd be
the
like
other
you
thing
and
with
me
the
going
Fyffe
into a
Club.
fandom
The Fyffe Club's
match against
players
the
have
case.
become
Like
some of the best
we're
strategists
friends,
in
but
the game. You watch
we
that
both want to
We
win.
both want to
with
win.
Rachel Cushing and Clarke Wolfe on how they won those titles. It's one of the best
Just that
played
I will.
games I've ever seen.
Think their
It's
way.
fandom.
It's a chess game, not checkers.
And Marc Andreyko, by his nature, is a very
Who's the
competitive
#1
person.
contender?
I've got to know Marc very well
Exactly.
over this past year, and he is always trying
Give
to
me
figure out
time.
new ways what he should do with the game. You watch
Give
in
me
the
time.
team tournament of the way he played against the Paddington 2, and the
By
way
the way,
that he
if
and
anyone's
Snyder worked
wondering
together.
what I'm doing,
These
I'm
are two
testing out
people
Marcus
who
because
really
I
know how
have
to
a
play
couple
the
of Marcus
game.
that
So
might
this
be
is going to
dying.
be a very interesting match today.
Well, here, let me transport you one
It's going
across
to be a
my
great
screen.
Schmoedown match. We had some words from our competitors. Check it out.
I wish it worked like that.
So you might think that I'd be a little stressed about this upcoming match because I have two competitors who
Really?
are playing
Not-
one
not
another,
just
and it
they're
could
not having
potentially be a
everyone
blood
together.
feud, but that is not what is going on today. We have two competitors who are part of the Fyffe Club, Marc Andreyko and the fabulous Clarke Wolfe, playing one another, and honestly, it's a very low-stress match. I want both of them to win. If we could just have a tie and advance them together, that would be amazing.
No.
Unfortunately, that is not what's going to happen, but the Fyffe Club is gonna be in the finals of this singles tournament
Yeah,
either
and
way.
they're gonna
Here
lose.
we are with Marc Andreyko, honestly, the founding member of the Fyffe Club. It is because of him that this faction even began to exist, and I couldn't be more proud of him. He's been an incredible competitor and also a really
Why
good
does it
friend,
pain-
which is
why does it
ultimately
pain you
what
to
we're
say
looking
that?
at in this match today.
Going into that last match, I was not thinking I was going to win, so that took a lot of the pressure off. And now I'm not feeling that much pressure, to be honest. No matter what, someone from the Fyffe Club is going to represent, which I think is the goal and amazing.
You know, I didn't think I was going to beat Drew, so I'm still
It's a
kind of.
theme. Nobody thought they were going to win.
I'm still kind of shocked by that.
Beating Drew,
but
that's
to,
kind of
to
big.
get to play Clarke, this is actually going to be more fun than anything else, because if I win, I get to play Ethan again, which is terrifying, and
this time
if
you'll
I
lose.
I get to play Dan Murrell, so that's a win-win too. The competitive part of me wants to win, but that's only like 0.5% of this. I really am excited to play Clarke and just have a really good time.
Marc Andreyko, hello, greetings from the ladies of the Fyffe Club. We love you, I love you. This is going to be a challenge either way, but I think it's going to be fun. Good luck.
We knew at the end of last year that the Fyffe Club could be something special. We know for sure now that it absolutely is, and today is just another example of why that's the case. And as both competitors have said, this is a match between friends. It'll be competitive as hell because they're both fighters, but at the end of the day, the Fyffe Club is true to each other. I am so thrilled for both of them. It's my partner and my faction mate. May the best trivia person on this day win and go on to the belt.
As long as it's not a blowout on either side, we both win.
Well, considering the length of this video, it might even go to sudden death, so... You ready for that, Chris?
No!
I know you're not.
It wasn't just like, these two
I'm
friends,
sudden
two who
death
wanna
out,
win,
man.
But they respect each other very much, and Emma Fyffe said
Not
as
the
much.
only one.
It's a guarantee into the finals, and whoever wins
Can't take
this,
it.
win or lose, is guaranteed to get into the spectacular, because if they make
Not
it
after that
into the
adventure
next round,
strider.
and this, let's say Ethan Erwin happens
No.
to win and make it into the spectacular, they're guaranteed into the #1 contender match. So whoever wins today
Also,
is
because
guaranteed
we might not be,
into
we
the
may or may not be doing
spectacular,
something else in
but
an hour.
it's the bigger prize of getting to that title match is what they're looking at.
That's right. Going to be fun to watch the intros here because, like you said, it's not Hatfield versus McCoy. It's McCoy versus McCoy because I'm so nervous about your hand flourishes knocking over your water. Let's go to the tail of the tape.
The tail of the tape here, Marc Andreyko, whose strengths are musicals, horror films, and what's
Horror,
that last one?
really.
Tinkering with the game.
Oh,
Tinkering
dude.
with the game. Okay, all right. And then
Again,
classy.
when I had the
Clarke
awesome opportunity to meet him,
Wolfe,
we just
who
talked
has
about horror films the whole time.
Movies for sure. Sandra Bullock.
How about that?
movies,
He knows
and
his
not
stuff.
wanting Tarantino on the wheel. That's a strength.
I
Oh, he
thought you
knows
were
his
gonna go
stuff.
with a
Yes,
bar
I know
membership.
that.
She crushes it at that place.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we are ready to go. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm prepared.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia
Schmoedown.
Sellout crowd here today.
This is new. Introducing Together.
What?
Ah.
Led to the
Fair
ring
enough.
by their manager.
So
Emma
hold on, I'm
Fyffe,
trying to figure out the
and
song.
their
Oh,
stablemate,
fucking
Rachel
really?
the Crusher Cushing, with a record of 6 wins, 3 defeats. Marc, the android, Andreyko, and half of the movie trivia Schmoedown team champions with a record of 7 wins, 5 defeats. Classy, Clarke Wolfe.
Everybody is together. Arm in arm. Coming out together.
It's true.
All right.
I wonder.
Drake, what a gentleman getting the seat forward. Clarke Wolfe.
There are people in this world who like
Wolfe
this,
has
and
been
people
through
who
this
think
before,
this
though,
is
too.
gay.
Last year, she went in,
Yeah, I'm
she
definitely
went head-to-head
glad.
in a #1 contender match with her then partner Mark Yodi Riley.
Yeah.
So she's been
That
here
might be
before.
just
She
me.
has played against rivals. She has played against friends. She is a vet of the game and having an incredible year, by the way. She is a total of, I believe, it is 7-1 this year so far.
Pretty incredible stuff. Not since Baby Carrots fought against Josh McCougar to the Friends theme have I seen such a chummy intro. That was very sweet.
Well, they're both playing great this
Fair
year.
enough.
Marc Andreyko also only has 1 loss in singles, and that's coming to the former champion William Bibiani. He actually has a win over our finalist Ethan Erwin. So both of these competitors playing tremendous this year. Marc, I'm ready for this match. How does round #1 work?
All right, round #1 works like this. Each competitor is going to hear 8 questions. These questions are asked to the field from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round #1. I will remind the competitors of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you need to buy yourself some time. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge that you can use at any time during the 3 rounds. Christian, let's end a friendship today.
All right, with that, Clarke Wolfe, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Marc Andreyko.
Absolutely.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. All right.
Locked and loaded. Christian, when you're ready.
Ready to go. Question #1 in the realm of comedies. In 2011's The Best Exotic
Oh, no.
Marigold Hotel, it follows a group of British retirees who travel to which
I think you're overthinking the answer, bro.
All right.
You could probably just take a wild guess.
Favorite hotel you stay at?
San Diego, Gaslamp. 5, 4,
Hard Rock?
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
India?
And Clarke Wolfe.
India?
Yes, it
Oh!
is.
Hey!
I can guess stuff.
All right. Very different.
That's why you don't-
fonts
that's
used.
why
Is
you
that
don't
an
give up.
indication of confidence? We'll find
You
out.
dumb
I
dumb.
didn't.
Your next
I
question
didn't.
comes from a world of
Oh, you
action
sorry,
/ adventure. And the question is, what 2011 action film stars Channing Tatum, Antonio Banderas, and Gina Carano?
This is a Steven Soderbergh film.
I don't know why you made that face with the Hard Rock Hotel. It's
just smoky. 5.
They could be a potential sponsor
4.
one day.
Oh, I like.
You got to think
I
about
like them
these
a lot.
things.
3.
You stole a
Haywire?
I did. 1. I like the sushi place too. Pens down and Andreyko.
Logan Lucky?
That's incorrect, Clarke.
Lawless?
No.
Looking for Haywire.
Logan Lucky was 2017.
Haywire. I'm
That
sending
was
you
showing
each a
on my
framed
plane.
poster.
Bruh.
All right, next question. Dramas. Who stars as Joe Buck, a Texas dishwasher turned New York prostitute in 1969's Midnight Cowboy?
Yes.
Kind of following your career path there.
I was never a cowboy.
Hey-o. Hey-o.
What does that say you stole? Legends?
Yeah. 5, 4, 3,
Absolutely
2, 1, and Clarke Wolfe.
John Voight.
Yes, it is. Marc Andreyko. Tie game.
John Boyd. He used to own a Cadillac in Seinfeld. Your next question.
Saw him at a P.F. Chang's once.
It's a
Was
great
it working?
story that should probably be edited out. Okay, animated movies. These are movies that are drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question is, in Finding Dory, what actress playing herself provides multiple recorded messages broadcast throughout the Marine Life Institute?
I'm glad there are no rookies here to scream out the answers today. It had to do it once.
It wasn't a direct scream out.
Four. It wasn't good.
It wasn't
3,
great.
2.
To be fair, if we were there, we would scream this
Sigourney
out.
Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
No.
I don't have it.
Okay, here you
We're
go.
looking for Sigourney Weaver.
Guys.
Ellen Ripley.
Oh,
I'll send you a poster of that movie.
That was
as
a
well.
good bit in that movie. All right, rom-coms is the next category here for question.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Freddie Prinze Jr., friend of the show,
Friend of the show.
and Rachel Lee Cook.
Not a friend of the show yet.
Never met her once in my life. Starred in which 1999 rom-com? Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook starred in what 1999 rom-com?
Yeah, I'm not good with rom-coms.
And a ponytail.
She's so unattractive.
Oh, I believe they're quoting the movie.
I think so.
I believe they're
3.
having a bit of fun with
Why
us.
am I counting down? Clarke.
She's all that?
She's all that.
She certainly is.
She's all that.
Okay, 3-3. They both had She's All That. They could give a flip about Sigourney Weaver, but they know she's all that. All right. Your
I'm a
next
fan of the
question.
Freddie Prinze oeuvre.
In the world of the 2000s, these are movies that came out in the decade of the 2000s. Your question is, who played field reporter Brian Fantana in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy?
I think I'm one of the few people who likes the second one.
I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Me
I
too.
know you like
Me
it.
too.
5,
Yeah.
4.
Big
I said
fan.
1.
It's either or. It's
2.
Happy to be in that
Go on.
I
said
think I'm
Steve
Andreyko.
Carell.
Paul Rudd?
Yep.
Paul
Oh,
Rudd.
it was Paul Rudd.
All right.
Hey!
They know
Fuck.
what they know. They know
I
it.
thought it was Paul Rudd, then I wrote down
Right.
Steve
No,
Carell,
that's
and
true.
They also like Paul Rudd more than Sigourney Weaver.
Hey, to be
There
fair,
we
if it
go.
was
Next
reverse,
question.
I'd be saying the same thing.
Horror
Yeah.
/ thriller. Who stars as the pregnant and paranoid Rosemary Harris in 1968's Rosemary's?
God, I love this movie.
Okay, so you've been through two
Chris,
of
you want
these.
to say that again?
Have you ever
Rosemary's.
considered yourself
Bye-bye.
Possessed?
I
paranoid?
have never seen
5,
it.
4.
Here's the thing, it's not really a
3.
horror film, it's
Talk
just a
about that.
really
2,
good movie.
1. Pens down.
Mia
Pens down.
Farrow.
And Clarke, should I even ask you this question?
Mia Farrow.
Yes. And Draco.
Mia Farrow.
Yeah. Okay, 5-5. All
right.
And the last question.
That's
Frank
right.
Sinatra's
I'm so
ex-wife.
glad that these questions give our competitors time to chit-chat and make small talk. All right.
We should have some tea.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
geez.
Oh, is there a game
I got you.
going?
I got you. All right. Your last question comes from the world of fantasy science fiction. And the question is, Light Cycles is the name for the two-wheeled vehicles that are used in the survival racing matches in what film?
Fuck. I'll just write down both. Why not?
5, 4, 3,
No.
2, 1. Marc Andreyko.
Tron / Tron Legacy.
Yep.
I do not. Speed Racer.
Didn't have it. Okay, so Marc Andreyko takes a 1-point lead there.
And a friendship is on the rocks.
Yeah. And Marc Andreyko goes up 1 point with Tron.
The
And
only time it's been good for anything.
now we
Hey,
go to round
you
number
know what,
2.
Case, I'm
Both
with
have
you
their
now.
DT
Fuck
rules,
you,
both have their
Andreyko.
challenges. Mark, where do we go?
And both have their adoration of one another. This is the wheel round, the wheel of justice, doom, and we'll seal the competitor's fate, unless, of course,
I still
we go to
like
round three,
both
which we
competitors
probably will.
individually.
The wheel has 12 different wedges. 2 of them are opponents.
Well, never
and
mind.
Spirit's
Now
choice.
I only
Remaining
like
10
one of
come
them,
from-
'cause
each come from a different
Tron's
corner of the
awesome
movie
and
Trivia
you know
Schmoedown
it.
Galaxy. You will
And
spin
I've
that
still never
wheel,
seen
and
it.
once you settle on a category, you get 4 questions. Each question is
can't-
worth 2 points.
I'm not
There's
sure
no
if
penalty
you'll-
for
I'm not
missing
sure
a
if you'd
question.
like it.
However, stealing is available in round
Not
number
sure
2. If
either.
you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. And before I'm done talking, I would like to remind both competitors that there's a very special wheel slice out there today, and it belongs to none other than director extraordinaire Mr. Quentin Tarantino is the
That's a good one.
Patreon slice. Check out the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. If one of them spins it and selects
Trolling.
Quentin Tarantino,
Love it.
we'll say the name of the patron. So if you are that patron, don't hold your breath.
All right. So with that, once again, there is a 1-point lead here. Marc Andreyko, you can go first or second.
Would you have a preference? No. Then I will go first.
All right, please spin from the wheel, not the peg.
Clarke clearly wanted to go first, and Marc Andreyko said no.
And there's the spin.
I'm creating drama.
There is the spin here.
All right. And the competitors clapping for each other as though this were an early round of Wheel of Fortune.
Now, what do you think they would do if it lands on opponent's choice? Do you think they'd go for the jugular?
No. I don't.
Well,
and I like that. I like classiness in a match.
Well, I just might have jinxed it.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Not the sweetheart darling of the Schmoedown like
He's
Meryl
going to
Streep
stick
is.
with it.
Whoa!
Okay. I got it. All right, I got it.
Going with Sandra
Okay.
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
Tarantino is strong.
Really?
Sandra Bullock is indeed the category.
Watch yourself some
And here we
Tarantino. They're good.
Okay. Mark, question 1.
Yes, I'm ready.
Not you. The one who's competing.
Excuse me.
The one who Clarke Wolfe hasn't been. No, I'm kidding. Why is Sandra Bullock's Annie taking the bus in speed?
To get to work?
That's incorrect.
She lost her driver's license.
That's correct for 2 points.
Oh.
Okay. Next
Jeez.
question. Who plays Bullock's former high school classmate and love interest, Justin, in Hope Floats?
Harry Connick Jr.?
Yep. And
All right, what a voice on
Okay.
that guy.
okay. And in The Prince of Egypt, Sandra Bullock plays Miriam, Moses' biological sister, who voiced Moses.
Val Kilmer.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Val Kilmer?
Val
B,
Kilmer.
That's correct for 1 point. All right. Here
Well,
you go.
okay.
One more question in round 2 for Mr. Andreyko.
Last
One
question.
more.
Who plays Ryan Reynolds' grandmother Annie in The Proposal?
Betty White?
For 2 points. All right. So Marc
question
Andreyko
right.
lost 1 steal, went to multiple choice. He's still up 4
4
points. On
points
Clarke Wolfe,
only.
as Clarke now spins. But Clarke, I believe one of Clarke's strength now is off the board. So that might have been good strategy
comes
here.
Clarke.
By
Oh, she spits in Andreyko's face as she walks over to the wheel. Did not see that one coming.
our audio listeners are having a blast.
What is happening?
So, well, that was
Alice
a
is
good strategy
having
by
fun.
Andreyko, though, I think. By keeping it,
That's
he
right.
takes it
We
off the
know
wheel.
He
Clarke
does
Wolfe,
that.
huge fan of the Miscongeniality
Yes.
films.
Uh-oh, look at this. It's coming around.
It's coming around to opponent's choice. And
Oh,
Christian,
yeah, that's opponent's choice.
it's going to stay an opponent's choice.
It's opponent's
So
choice.
now,
So here's the question.
Marc
Is
Andreyko must
Andreyko
search
gonna be
into the
nice?
So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna do it?
I think he's going
Is
to
he
give her
gonna do it?
Tarantino.
What is
Is he
gonna
going for the
give
jugular?
Clarke Wolfe?
No.
Musicals?
He's
Very
going to
smart
go
move
with
for
music.
Is that what you're gonna do? He's going for
No,
musicals.
Okay,
yeah,
going
that's
for
smart for
Picking
him.
his number one category.
his
which
strength.
Well,
is
he's good with
very
musicals, but
smart. It's very smart.
Yep.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure how T is.
Four
I
questions.
don't know if she is, though. This is interesting.
All right, Clarke Wolfe. You had the category musical selected for you
I did.
by Marc Andreyko, and as a song and dance man myself, I figured I should be the one to read the questions. Your first query of 4 for 2 points. Who played Tracy Turnblad's mother, Edna
John Travolta.
Turnblad, in the
Yeah,
2007
John
version
Travolta,
of Hairspray?
John Travolta.
It was, in fact, John Travolta.
And her dad was Christopher
Andreyko's
Walken.
strategy not paying off thus far.
You're timeless to me.
Next question, Clarke. The 1972 Sophia Loren musical Man of La Mancha starred which actor as Don Quixote?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Peter O'Toole,
No.
B, Richard Burton, C, Richard
No.
Harris, or D, Robert Goulet?
Richard Harris, I think.
Richard Burton.
That is incorrect. Once again, Mr. Andreyko, your options are A, Peter O'Toole, B, Richard Burton, C, Richard Harris, or D, Robert Goulet.
I think it's Harris.
Robert Goulet?
That is also incorrect, though. He was great Naked Gun 2.5 The Smell of Fear. Peter O'Toole.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Peter O'Toole. So Clarke Wolfe still trails by 2.
Yep.
Two
Still
questions
like that,
left,
so
and her
you're
penultimate
racist.
one is the following. The world of musicals. What is the name of the song that Gene Wilder sings after entering the chocolate room in
Pure
Willy Wonka
Imagination.
and the Chocolate Factory?
Pure imagination.
She got it right on.
Hey, I know that.
Tie
Well done.
points.
Good job, Case.
She gobbled that question up like a
I like
goose
that
as glue
movie.
beats chocolate.
I love that movie.
One more
one of my
question to
favorites.
break the tie going into round number 3. And here it is, Clarke. In the world of musicals, what is the name of the high school in 1978's Grease?
Ooh, this is a great question. Rydell.
2 points.
Wow.
Wow.
And it
Turns it
Come
around
on, Clark.
and
Damn.
from opponent's choice and winds up taking the lead. Unbelievable. Andreyko gets Clark's strength. Clark gets Andreyko's strength, and we have ourselves a 2-point lead by the classy one as we get into round 3.
These are two seniors in Rydell as far as movie trivia Schmoedown knowledge goes. Neither one of them are Eugene. We have a pink lady and a T-bird.
13 to
And now
11.
we move on to the round that will decide your fate.
Except
Yes,
shouldn't
I've
it be-
seen
shouldn't it
Grease
be the other way around?
half a dozen times.
What?
All right, kids.
score?
4?
Here's the rules
Yeah.
of round number 3. Pretty simple.
Andreyko got a steal, I think.
Y'all each
Yeah,
give us 3
but-
numbers. They range from 1 to 20.
It was
Those
11-11
numbers
going to the
correspond
last
to a different
question,
movie
and
trivia
then
category
Wolf
up here
got
at the
the
answer
2.
desk. The first question we ask you is worth 2 points. The next one we ask you 3 points. The last one, should we make it that far, 5
typo,
points.
it
There's no
happens.
stealing in round number 3. There's no penalty for missing a question.
They'll probably fix it.
Clarke Wolfe, you are in the lead by 2
Oh,
over
that's
Marc
true.
Andreyko. What would you like your numbers to be?
4, 12, 19.
Okay,
4,
I
12,
thought she
and
was going
19.
all even.
Yeah,
there.
Wolf
She ended
is
up
in the
going with an
lead,
odd with
but-
19.
Huh?
Will that come back to bite her? Marc Andreyko.
6-3 and 2.
Editors!
6-3 and 2. Marc Andreyko will get a chance
Cobbs
here
or
to
Cody,
avoid
we
the
love you.
TKO with his 2-pointer. Marc
But you
chose
fucked up.
category 6.
He chose category
This one
6.
time.
Yes, he did.
That's okay.
Category 6 and Marc Andreyko for 2 points. Your question is going to be in the world of comedy.
I was thinking, where is
Your
it?
question is, in The Hangover, as a prank, the trio steals a tiger
Oh,
from what
what's his
famous
name?
athlete?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
It is
Mike Tyson. And we are
See,
now tied.
I've seen the
Clarke
movie.
Wolfe still
It's
has
just
her
I
2-pointer
give
hand.
so
Clarke
little
Wolfe
shits
to
about
bounce it
American
back to
sports that
Mr.
I didn't know
Andreyko.
that.
You
By the way, Wolf got the
have
points for that.
New releases. New releases. Okay. Clark, what musician was kidnapped by the villainous Poppy in
Elton
Kingsman,
John.
The
Elton
Golden
John.
Circle?
But he probably doesn't know it because it's a shitty movie.
I wouldn't blame her.
Rihanna.
So for Elton
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a
Elton
shitty
You
movie.
can tell everybody
John. Yep, Elton John.
This
that I'm not Rihanna.
All right, so Clark it actually goes back to Andreyko.
It does go back to Andreyko.
Yeah.
Andreyko, you selected number 3.
He chose number 3, correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
For confirming
You're
that.
welcome.
Your question for 3 points is going to be in the world of animated movies.
Okay.
Animated movies. And here it is. Who directed 2017's The Lego Batman movie?
Five,
For a 3-point.
4,
It's a different
3,
question.
2.
Repeat the question.
That's your first.
Who directed 2017's The
I do wonder
Lego
if he's
Batman
related to
movie?
Adam McKay.
Probably.
5, 4, 3,
I don't got it.
2.
You wanted to get Chris McKay.
Chris McKay.
Chris
Surprised.
McKay.
Knowing his history with the comps. All right, so here we go with our next question to Clarke Wolfe to try to take the lead here. And this is now category 12, Clark. Category 12. Action adventure. Action adventure. Okay.
Oh boy.
Here you go. In this 2013 action comedy sequel, retired covert operatives are forced back into service to track down a portable nuclear device.
Fast and Furious 6.
G.I. Joe Retaliation.
That's it.
Can you repeat the question?
Action adventure, yeah. This is first one. In this 2013 action comedy sequel,
Oh,
retired
no.
covert operatives are forced back into service to track down a portable nuclear device.
Reds 2?
Red.
Oh. She said Reds.
Red. Yeah, I can't take it. It's red.
Oh,
Red 2. You said Reds. Reds
she
2.
did say Reds.
Can't
Reds
take it.
2.
Red 2. Red
Lord.
2. All right, so shades
Wedge
of Sam
Antilles.
Levine, Clarke Wolfe here as we get now to our 5-pointer here from Marc Andreyko, who chose category number 2.
All right.
Wedge
Mr. Andreyko, you
Antilles
selected category
in
number
the
2.
Bell of Yavin.
Yes, to be clear.
And that is going to correspond
He's
to
red
the
leader
world
in
of crime.
Bellevin
And then
These are
Bellahop,
movies with a
he's
seedy
Rogue 3.
underbelly.
Rogue 3.
Your
Yes.
question is, what 2 actors starred alongside Alan Arkin in the 2012 crime comedy Stand Up Guys?
Nope. Not a clue.
5.
Can you repeat the question?
Second one.
What two actors starred alongside Alan Arkin in the 2012 crime comedy Stand Up Guys?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Michael Douglas, and I don't know.
That is incorrect. Looking for Christopher Walken and Al Pacino. Hoo-ah.
So we are back to, this is very
Wow.
similar to what happened with Wolfe and Levine, and now we come down to a 5-pointer. If
Yeah,
Wolfe
it's a
hits it,
5-pointer.
She moves on to the finals to play Ethan Erwin.
Part of me just
If
wants her
she
to.
misses, we go to sudden death.
No.
So
Part of me
Clarke
wants her to miss
chose
it.
Category
No.
number 19.
The
Category
category
number
is
19 for Clarke Wolfe. Okay, so here we go. Clarke Wolfe in the realm of 2000s.
Okay.
Realm of 2000s. What 2000 comedy featured cameos from real-life pro wrestlers Diamond Dallas Page, Bill Goldberg, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Booker T?
Ready to rumble.
Oh, Jesus. All done.
To the finals, Classy Clarke Wolfe.
Wow.
Clarke Wolfe hits Ready to
Oh,
rumble.
fuck.
What a big answer by
What a
Clarke Wolfe. You
pull.
know, we have some fun with her selecting number 19, and it ends up paying off for her in a big way, not just for her, but also friend of the show, Booker T, getting a shout out.
Yeah.
Christian, what a
True.
performance by both
Where's he
competitors.
been?
It looks like from the scoreboard a defensive struggle, but they both
I don't
clearly know a lot about a lot of movie trivia Schmoedown categories.
Classy Clarke Wolfe has gone from never making it past the first round and making it to the finals. She is now in the finals against Ethan Erwin. She plays Erwin in a 5-round battle, and the winner will play John Roca for the title. Clarke Wolfe has ensured herself a spot in the singles division in the Spectacular one way or another. It's either in the #1 contender match or in the title match. Now, Marc Andreyko, on the other hand, he has a date with Destiny with Dangerous Dan
Oh,
Murrell.
jeez.
They will now play,
Andreyko
and the
Murrell.
winner of that will be in the #1 contender match. So
Andreyko, I know you're
Dan
gonna give a
Murrell
great fight,
and
but
Andreyko will go right at
just
it again, and they will play for the
survive.
last spot into the Spectacular. But your finals, my friend, Mr. Ethan Erwin going against the half
be
of the
fair,
team
Murrell has been
champions,
TKO'd
Classy
twice
Clarke Wolfe.
in
What a
recent
finals we
singles
have.
matches.
It's going to be great, and I think this was actually a great match
Stranger
for
things have
Clarke, or if Andreyko had won, for them to play
Andreyko
against
can
each
win.
other, because it serves as kind of a nice springboard warm-up to get to play somebody like Ethan Erwin, an opponent they may not be nearly as familiar with. So Clarke Wolfe going against Ethan, that's what we have to look forward to. Right now, you can look forward to Jen Sturge, who's got both an interview with the winner and the loser. Here you go, Jen.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here. I'm with the Fyffe Club and the Fyffe Club. Guys, regardless of how that match ended, I can say that everyone standing in this circle right now, myself excluded, has had an amazing year.
You've had an amazing year too, Jen.
I mean,
Come on,
it's been
give yourself
okay.
some credit.
But I don't have a belt on my shoulder.
Sure.
I have not been
on your finger.
right now. Don't talk.
Awkward.
I'm going to the gym after this. Relax, everybody. I've seen the comment sections. Chill the fuck out. Anyways, so yeah, you guys have had an amazing year, and I think that, I mean, there's no question that that match proved what strong competitors you are, but also just what amazing teammates you are to one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clarke, you have to be feeling amazing. Mark, I think you were going to feel amazing regardless because you were happy for your teammate, and that's just kind of the person you are. So.
Yeah, I'm annoyed now that Ready to Rumble has cost me 2.
Oh, that's right.
If I ever see Scott Conn, I'm going to punch him in the dick.
You watch a sports movie, for the love of God.
That's a wrestling movie. That's not a sports movie.
Ooh. Don't get me started. Don't get me or Christian started on that.
Controversy.
But Clarke, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know this has been a wild ride for you, especially with singles. You know, it's something that you've always just kind of fallen short of, just not even from lack of knowledge, just, I don't know, nerves or whatever. How does it feel to be advancing and facing Ethan Erwin?
Still surprised. Still very surprised. I was, you know, it's funny because when I finished playing Sam Levine for the belt, I was so proud of that match, and it made me want to keep playing because I felt like that was truly a toss-up, and it was for everything. It was for the gold. So I told Christian, I want to play. Get me in there. And now here we are, several months later, and you know, I have a bad history with the tournament, and I'm truly shocked that I have won these last couple of matches because the people who I have been playing are really good. And I don't just say that because you're my teammate, Mark, and I don't just say that because you're standing right here. I truly, truly mean that. And so yeah, I'm as surprised as anybody.
You know, if I can pay you a compliment, Clarke, I think you know, I mean this with the most sincere heart possible. I think I saw you grow as a player when you played Sam Levine. I think before then, you took your losses so much more personal. And I think that loss, I think you were just as happy if you would have won. And I think that since then, your confidence has seemed much more, you just seem so much more comfortable sitting up there, whether it's in teams or by yourself, but as a singles player, I really feel like I've watched you grow so much this past season. And regardless of how anything turns out, you should be absolutely proud of the person that you become.
And I mean, anybody that watched her #1 contender match with Sam Levine and anybody that watched Andreyko's, championship match with Bibiani, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that both of these players are amongst the absolute cream of the crop when it comes to players in the league, be it in singles or in teams in Clarke's place. I mean, I think that something that we see sort of paralleled in terms of Drew McWeeny and Sam Levine's growth is once they got together as a team, I think both of them, even though they were both
became the mega powers.
Yes, exactly. they were both fantastic players to begin with, and then they evolved into being the best they could possibly be when they were with each other. And I think that that's what we're witnessing right now with Clarke and with Rachel also, and with Andreyko, who's now part of a faction that is more in line with who he is as a person.
Ain't that the truth? So let's talk about Spectacular. With what happened today, obviously you're going to be playing with the Shire Wolves, in a team match, but you're going to either be playing in a #1 contender match or in the championship match. I mean, playing 2 matches in one day, does that shake you up at all? Because I'm nervous.
It's not my favorite idea. We talk about it all the time, but these matches are intense and they're really exhausting.
Emotionally draining.
That's exactly what I was about to say, is like whether you win or lose, that is a huge thing. Like it's a big weight, no matter what. And so I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not feeling thrilled about it. However, I'm gonna be ready, and I'm ready because I'm definitely ready to defend these belts with Rachel, for sure. And you know what? I feel comfortable in the 5 rounds, and I feel comfortable and confident. And so actually, it's gonna be hard, but I'm ready.
And Andreyko, you will be facing Dan Murrell.
Yeah, great.
Wait. If this was a year and a half ago, I might have the same reaction, but I feel like Dan has kind of shown that he has certain weaknesses now, and anything's possible in this game.
Sure, great white sharks have weaknesses too, but you have to get out of their mouths before you can worry about that.
I would also like to point out Andreyko's track record of beating the unbeatable people. Andreyko beat Ethan Erwin when he thought he wasn't going to beat Ethan Erwin. He beat Drew McWeeny, the godfather of the freaking Schmoedown. Like, there's a very, very good chance that Marc Andreyko is going to win that match. And I think that what we're dealing with here in both Marc and Clarke is people who are very humble, who put their nose to the grindstone, who play the game really well, but don't go around like waving their successes in everybody's faces because they just know they're good and
No, you're waving the successes in everyone's faces.
But I will say this: Dan's an old friend, so getting to play him will be a lot like playing Drew and like playing Clarke.
The hypocrisy.
As long as I don't lose by 100 points, I'm going to have fun. So
I think it's actually impossible to lose by 100 points.
10-run rule, that one. That's a sports reference.
Fine, whatever.
Oh, well, best of luck to you guys. I am really looking forward to Spectacular now, and let's see what happens. Guys, back to you.
Well, it's to nobody's surprise they were all in the interview together, and they're all excited, and Marc is giving Clarke praises, and they all are giving her the words of encouragement to play Ethan. Now remember, Marc Andreyko holds a victory over Ethan.
That's right.
And he might now be able to lend some advice to Clarke in order to go into that match. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Clarke Wolfe is a seasoned vet of this league. She has been in this league for now 3 seasons, and she has been in title matches. She is reigning team champion. Ethan Erwin has never been in one of those matches.
Will he shrink in the spotlight?
We don't know what's going to happen. He has been the Andre the Giant of this tournament so far. He strikes fear into people when you mention his name. But the thing is, he's never faced anyone like Clarke Wolfe. So he's never been in a 5-round battle. What will happen? He will be battle tested when he faces Clarke Wolfe in the finals.
That's right, Marc Andreyko. Maybe we switch their nicknames. Maybe it's Classy Marc Andreyko and Clarke the Android Wolf.
No.
All right, well, join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Select
tried,
which tier
Ellis.
is
Good
right
job.
for you. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown, which Booker T's
What did I
podcast
say?
from time to time. And the Movie
One
Trivia
of my
Schmoedown
favorite
Facebook
characters
page.
ever
I'm Mark
said,
Ellis.
there is no
Well,
try.
guys, again, remember, the Schmoedown Spectacular, let me give you a rundown. Here is how it is going to work.
Lots of matches.
You have the Commissioner Bowl. That's right. You've been looking at all the drama going down so far with coups and whatnot. Well, finally, we're going to figure out what's going on. I will be competing in the Commissioner Bowl, going up against Thad Williams, finally getting my hands on him. And it looks like Emma Fyffe and Finstock will also be part of that. The 4 of us, who the hell knows what's going to happen in the next year, but that is what it's looking for, the Commissioner Bowl, and then it goes down. The team title match, Classy Clarke Wolfe, who you just saw, and her partner, Rachel Cushing, the team champions, defend the belts against who's the boss? Mark Riley, Ben Bateman for the title. Then you have the #1 contender match. Will it be Clarke Wolfe? Will it be Ethan Erwin? Will it be Marc Andreyko, or will it be Dan Murrell? Time will tell. You have the Inner Geekdom Championship. Mike Kalinowski thrusting himself into this match, saying he has to be in this match and corrupting the entire thing. He is going to be in this match, and he's
going to be the fucking champion. He should have already beaten Mara.
Superstar, the amazing Mara Kanopik, as she defends the belt. And finally, the singles championship is on the line. John Roca puts the title on the line against either Ethan Erwin or Clarke Wolfe. One of those two will be facing John Roca for the title. Will it be the Andre the Giant, Ethan Erwin, or someone that Roca has never faced, never in teams, never in singles, Clarke Wolfe? That's the card.
Really?
Thank you guys. Really?
Never.
Thank you guys. So make sure, like Mark said, join the Patreon today. Watch the rundown. Put your comments in. Who do you think will be in the finals? Will it be Wolfe? Will it be Ethan? We'll see you next time.
I think I might be a wolf.
Down.
He's still happy.
Come in. Can you blame him?
Hey! I'm so glad to see you. What's up, man? So happy to see you. Look, you
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Gosh, I'm splendid.
Dude, beat Murrell. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You took down a Titan. Now we got Clarke Wolfe next.
She kind of scares me, man. She scares me just a little.
She shouldn't scare you. You scare everybody else in the league. You see how I'm doing my hands like ping pong ball beats?
I do see that.
Listen, you beat her, then it's on to spectacular. Matter of fact, I got something as motivation.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You see it?
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Don't open them yet. Don't open them yet.
Okay, let me know.
Open them. Ta-da!
That's not yours.
Is that the real one?
Ta-da!
Where'd you get that?
Look, Roca left it on his desk. I just borrowed it for a second. Let's not worry about that. This is motivation. Don't you want to touch it?
I'm a little superstitious about touching it before it's actually mine.
Okay, here's the thing. Just feel the shininess. Feel the championship.
It is literally blinding.
It is heavy, too. This is yours. This is going to be yours after we beat Murrell. Well, you beat Murrell after you beat Wolfe. And then you go on to Spectacular, and once you're going to beat Roca because he can't beat you. That is the Hulk Hogan. You're the Andre the Giant. You're just reversing what happened in matches. It's a wrestling thing. But this is yours.
I don't know what that means.
Well, we'll explain it later.
Okay, good.
I also don't know what that means.
I
know
feel
what
like
that
you
means.
should probably put that back before they figure out it's missing.
Okay, we probably should. That's not the point. But listen. Clarke Wolfe, last match in the tournament. Don't be scared of her. She's a great competitor. Great. But this is all you.
All right. You know, I don't know
Jay,
if
you just look at the
like you or
camera.
not, but keep up the good work.
Come on.
Together.
Little fourth wall break for you.
You know, you son of a bitch. Look, this is loser behavior personified. If you don't fix this, we're through forever. All right, I love you too, Grandma. Can I help you?
Oh, here we go.
I told you a revolution was coming. The end. By the way, how's the Lions, Dan?
I think I went to jail with that guy.
You can't get more Finstock than that.
Yeah, Finstock is great. Spectacular is going to be great. I really think that because of the fact that the first round matches were so great, I'm kind of underwhelmed by these semifinals not scoring more than 20 points. I don't know. It's like,
see, okay, it's going back. It's going back to what I said in the last video.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know what? And again, yes, if you want to look at from a point scoring perspective,
purely based off that, yeah.
Yeah, sure, but the storylines, everything around these matches, though, that's made up for it, in my opinion. And that's honestly all I've left to say.
I mean, I am very excited. I'm getting really excited for Spectacular. They're setting up a couple of great matches, I'm sure. I can't wait to react to it with you and Irina by my side right here in a few weeks. That's going to be great. Yeah, Clarke won. She's going to lose to Ethan, and that's that. That's all I have to say. I really don't care.
Plug yourself. Plug yourself before you wreck yourself.
I finished the plugs. You plug.
Oh, that's right. I plug first. My bad.
Who plugged first?
So,
you plug first? I plug first?
Yeah. Put them on board. Anyway, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, at Skywalker Omen. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page, and you can follow my band all across social media at Silver Nightfall. And title matches. I'm in the team one.
Yes, you are with me. Guys, we've been plugging it for a while, and I'll plug it one more time because it's either up already or it's about to go up, depending on when our reaction exactly drops and when they decide to finally drop the title matches. But yes, 2 title matches at Multiplex Entertainment. I'm going for the Phantom singles and team belt. Team with Chris, singles of course by myself against Robert Parker, and in teams against Robert Parker and his teammate Tim, who you just beat actually. So that's going to be fun. And also against Lucas and Paul, the Silver Shamrocks, who how the hell did they get there? Anyway, we have 3 teams there in a title match. I don't know how the fuck that's going to work, but it's going to be awesome. That's what I can tell you. And, of course, my single match right after. So look out for that on Multiplex Entertainment. Follow me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy and on Facebook, Kees Cornelissen. Of course, if you know how to spell that. With that said, guys, we will see you for a live show, for Viva la Resistance, for a trailer reaction, or something else. Maybe a Schmoedown reaction. The next time, take care.